Netflix doesn't need much introduction. It is the most popular streaming service in the world and many of us use it on a daily basis. But did you know that Netflix is not only a streaming service, but an extremely successful IT company that makes 1/5 of the group of tech giants known as FAANG? This corporation is known for the massive video library it offers its customers, but did you hear about the research team that develops one of the most advanced machine learning algorithms in the world? This article details some of the uses for this research, and while machine learning helped Netflix with the making of the hit show House of Cards, for a leading tech company with advanced AI team and popularity level that allows collection of data from millions of users, wouldn't you expect Netflix to produce more content that fits their audience taste? How come they keep making stuff that are not only bad, but generally hated by their viewers?
Bro.
Is it possible that Netflix uses machine learning for other purposes, more sinister than what we are told? And what does it have to do with the CIA? Netflix Inc.
Welcome to your tape.
The most popular streaming service in the world and the leading tech giant shows us that it is able to create pretty good content. But the same company also made this.
It's dragging time!
Super drag, save our sister!
人生には起こるんですよ。
Most people will assume that it's all about money. Netflix is a corporation and its goal is to generate value to its stakeholders. But that is an extremely naive way to see the world. The content that is broadcast by Netflix serves an agenda.
I can't breathe!
Bravo!
What?
I gotta say, man, that was a real fun one. Whew!
So let's start with the things that get positive reactions from viewers. This type of entertainment gets more exposure and there's always a hidden meaning to it. Don't Look Up introduced a conflict between scientists and politicians and between scientists and other scientists, making it look like they are not on the same side. It was full of predicting programming that could easily be related to what we experienced in the real world at the time of its release.
We're trying to tell you that the entire planet is about to be destroyed.
You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Ozark tells about the rise to power of a family that is used as a mediator between secret agencies and the Mexican drug cartel. The story in Stranger Things revolves around a lab leak and CIA's MK Ultra and remote viewing experiments that lead to an introduction of a villain that looks exactly like the Hydra parasite from the Thing. You know? But the bad content is where it gets interesting.
Having a black vibrator does not count as an interracial relationship.
Time after time, Netflix insists on spending money on producing what seem to be the dumbest ideas into shows that will later become a joke all over the internet. It was even able to set the tone for other networks, which led HBO, a network known for its quality content, to produce this dumpster fire.
My name is Velma Dinkley, and I've decided to finally share the bone-chilling events that drove me to assemble the greatest team of spooky mystery solvers ever.
She has no brain! I'm not dissing her. She has no brain!
I think it has something to do with drugs, which I hate.
You can't speculate about someone's sexuality unless they're famous or Peppermint Patty.
It was announced about a month ago that the Velma character would be reimagined as South Asian.
Mm-hmm.
And people were not happy.
They weren't happy with the change.
They were not happy. There was a lot of like, so not Velma, like those kind of tweets.
Right.
Not the classic Velma that I'm always thinking about. And I just, first of all, I didn't know that she elicited such strong reactions.
She has no brain!
Well, it's like, she's such a great character. She's so smart. And I just couldn't understand how...
She watched Frontline.
She is someone who's watching Frontline.
Yeah.
How people couldn't imagine a really smart, nerdy girl with terrible eyesight and who loved to solve mysteries could not be indie.
Oh, welcome to my convenience store. Would you like some googie googie? Try my googie googie. Try my googie googie. Try my googie googie. Try my googie googie. Try my googie googie.
Some of these controversies ended up with Netflix losing subscriptions and customers vowing never to pay for this product again. What could be their incentive for that? To answer that, let's take a look at a conjoint project of Netflix with the CIA. In December 2022, a show called The Recruit was released by Netflix. The story focuses on a newly employed lawyer in the agency and the inside of the organization. The disturbing part is that the CIA reportedly supervised and sponsored the show. Some of the locations that were used for filming are actual restricted areas occupied by it, and former agents were heavily involved in the show's production. What business does a government agency has with producing a Netflix show? And is this the first time that the two organizations work together? Critics claimed that The Recruit is obvious propaganda to improve the CIA's reputation, but the truth is a lot worse. Since the 1950s, the organization took part in what is referred to as Operation Mockingbird, where agents contacted hundreds of journalists and convinced them to publish lies on mainstream media. The operation's goal was to influence public's opinion. What changed since the 50s is that people are more aware of government propaganda, and that is where the world's biggest streaming service and its machine learning research come into play. If the CIA openly cooperates with the company, it basically admits that it tries to influence customers via Netflix. Could the CIA use this service to continue Operation Mockingbird? To answer that, I'll take you back to the sort of content I was referring to earlier. Do you think that the CIA is involved only with spy-inspired content? Or is it this type of content it actually tries to push to the world? The CIA used pop culture to create controlled opposition in the past. One example is turning Americans who objected the Vietnam War to harmless hippies by creating celebrities who act on its behalf. Could this agency be responsible for the flood of woke content that Netflix is full of? Do you know how, when speaking of transhumanism, the corporations that market this agenda promise it will help humanity to overcome modern challenges? Some people think that this means transhumanism will turn them to Superman. What they don't get is that no corporation has any interest in making its customers superhuman. It always aims to create dependent addicts who will continue to purchase its products. And in the same manner, the progressive brainwash on Netflix isn't there to make people smarter or more accepting towards minorities. It aims to modify their way of thinking. If you are sick of this new wave of progressive views, that's good for you, but you are not the target audience. CIA operations are stretched over decades, and this campaign is meant to shape the younger generation. Operation Mockingbird didn't end. The methods became more sophisticated. When parents leave their kids to be entertained by television, these kids learn to copy the behavior they watched on the screen. The live feedback from machine learning algorithms and the artificial intelligence systems of the tech giant detect when they paused, when they quit the show, when they had a marathon. The algorithms analyze the data gathered from viewers' actions to improve the results and help advancing towards the desired outcome for the CIA operators who are in charge of this project.